Welcome Diecast fans, it's time for the DSPN report again. I'm Tom Spanners-Watson.
And I'm Frank the Guru Gibbs.
Okay, tonight, as normal, we've got news, drag racing, tournaments, street racing, rallying, Frank's Garage, Track Spy, and Stunt of the Week.
There's some great stuff in here this week. It's been very busy, and I think we should just get into it.
Absolutely right, mate. Okay, first up, the next volume of the Diecast Racing Report is out.
And this one's got you in it as well, hasn't it, mate?
Well, it's actually got both of us, technically. So go check it out and check out all the awesome stories. And there's some great stuff about a range of different tracks and lots of other cool stuff. In the news, League of Speed's Popper Speed Invitational has been delayed till July the 25th, so there's still time to get your cars in. Funny cars, drag cars, etc. So jump over to redlinederby.com and check out the details there. Alright. Moving into drag racing, we kick it off with Monday Night Hot Rods over at Hot Car Track.
This street creeper is a bit of a beast. He is absolutely smashing it out on the track, but he also smashed into the track tonight on Monday night. Check that out. He absolutely nailed that wall.
And there was some brilliantly close driving. I mean, that overtake there was absolutely stunning. Go and have a look. There's some awesome racing over there. Moving into Mr. Mom's Racing, they had a big FTE tournament. This thing is a beast. I love this shot because you get an actual idea of the scale of this track. It is huge.
Yeah, she's an absolute monster. And I just love this chase cam with the GoPro there. You just see these cars blazing down here. It's absolutely brilliant.
Then we move over to Trax. Now, they did something quite different. They actually did a pullback drag racing tournament, and this was really cool. There were some awesome cars and some close racing.
There's some really cool last minute overtakes. This stuff crashed into the walls as well. It's just as out of control as the Hot Wheels stuff.
And then Peter Bee Vids has had a couple of upgrades. He's got a new finish line, I noticed.
It's quite a cool one and quite a common one across a lot of different channels. And then we've got this other one that's new to us, Cleveland City Diecast. And I love this one because it goes from a lined track to fat track.
That's a really cool idea. Check out the slow-mo. Drafting in behind. Spins out. Awesome overtake. That's fantastic. Definitely go and check out Cleveland City Diecast. Moving into the tournaments. We've got Jackson Pass Speedway carry on with their tournament for the Battle of the Centuries. So this is old school versus new school. There was actually quite an amazing crash there, slammed into the trees by the look of it. And shout out to Tyra Marks, the trackside reporter.
Yeah, she's doing a great job, and it's great to see more women getting involved with this sport. We'd like to see a lot more, make it a bit more balanced.
And then Mike over at RTR Diecast Racing League has the Corvette Summer Series. So he had the driver selection. I mean, look at these beautiful cars.
There's some absolute stunners there, and I just love this car park that he's designed. It's absolutely brilliant.
And as always on Mike's track, there's some fantastic overtaking maneuvers right on that last straight. People just get loose coming out of turn 2 and can't hold on to it, as you see there. So lots of excitement there. Go and check them out.
Then War on I-4 continues his Diecast Open Wheel series, and this thing is just so intense. I've never seen so many cars on the track at one time. They just go mental with that many cars. I don't know how he keeps up with it all, but they track all the points and they do a really good job. It's an awesome little tournament. Have a look at that one. And if you haven't subscribed yet and it's your sort of thing, make sure you subscribe.
Now, something we both love, Gasland style. So Diecast 64 put on a full-on Gaslands open competition.
Yeah, this thing was awesome. There were just some amazing builds, and it was fat track blazing down the whole way. These guys got crazy, wiped out. I believe Kit Kame lost a wheel at one point. So have a look at that competition.
And then we've got another new one to us this week, Show Me State Scale Auto Racing and their Mineral Water 600. So I don't know if you picked up there was actually a car went off in that very first straight from the highest point. And then these other cars getting crazy here. Great track, go and check it out. And then talking crazy, the Chevy Showdown, Grandma here just getting major air to take out the Monte Carlos first place, and then Mark D came in second, so they will be representing the Monte Carlos in the final showdown on Monday.
And Jim Leichenring there went right off track, Knocky Jack knocking out Kit KM, but Lightning Jim Leichenring, we've never seen him crash that bad. He just went completely off the side of the track after rail riding there for a bit. Luckily he was okay. That bridge sort of cushioned his fall a bit, but he is in the final along with Knocky Jack, Grandma and Mark D. Definitely keen to see that one.
Then our friends over at Indonesia Diecast Racing continued their Borneo Blazing tournament, and as always, this corner here providing lots of excitement. Cars get wild there. I don't know how they both managed to stay on the course and then spinning and sliding their way to the finish. Great tournament, have a look at that one. And then King of the Mountain for 3D Bot Maker. There was some amazingly close overtakes. That one there between Doc Brown and Bunta Fujiwara was absolutely insane, and there was some incredibly tight finishes. Luckily he's introduced that overhead cam so they can actually capture that, because it was very hard to see.
And then Urban Underground Racing League and their track, another one with some great tight overtaking maneuvers and close finishes. It's really good to see all these different tracks. Brian over at Flat Rabbit Racing is about to start his new tournament.
That's right, it's the Get Up, Stay Up, Repossess tournament.
So these cars are in the impound lot, and it was a pick your ride competition. I think there's still time. If you're quick, jump over to his channel.
Coming in again from 3D Bot Maker, the DRC Rally continues, and this thing is definitely heating up. Stephen King there in the intro, definitely the favourite to win, but some spectacular action here with cars going off. Last week it was the BMW to the face, this time he was taking out the camera, and just some spectacular crashes, wiping out on the finish line. And Ryo Asada just getting the biggest air of the competition yet. I mean, he is so close to actually nailing the finish line banner. It's crazy. We've never seen anyone get that high before. And talking of big jumps, Beaverworks put on their rock drop jump competition again.
Yeah, this is awesome. I love this thing. It's such a short run and it's absolutely brutal. But our favourite run out of the three of these cars was this Volvo. I mean, check this out. Boom. Perfect front flip.
That's insane. How did he even do that? That is so awesome. Brilliant work over at Beaverworks. Go and check it out. There's lots of cool stuff there.
Alright, for me, I wanted to highlight this one here. This is from Jesse Campbell in New Zealand, and he has hand built this motor out of styrene. The detail in this thing is absolutely phenomenal. We've got on his Instagram up on screen. Make sure you go and have a look at it. This thing is incredible. I've never seen so much detail in a 1/64th engine before. And then the other thing I wanted to highlight was this guy and his suspension. Now, we know that Matchbox have some suspension, but this is even better again. This is what happens with a normal Hot Wheels car when it hits some small judder bars. You get a massive amount of air, but check this out. With his suspension, it's like it's just painted on. That stock and his suspension.
Wow, we really need something like that at the Canyon, because we've got that truck and that's exactly what it does, but wow, look how smooth that is. If you haven't seen his channel, jump over. It is linked in the description to the video. Moving on to Track Spy. DC World Racing here with Fraser Ridge have just added 3 new car garages, and these things look spectacular. This track in this image is still all white foam, but it's getting painted and it is looking absolutely amazing. You definitely want to stay up to date with that channel. And then another channel that's just changed is the Amigos. So they did have the wall, which was a cool theme, but they've just moved and had to rebuild the track, and so they've gone with a slightly different theme. And I really like this desert effect.
Yeah, that's really cool. I like that. There's lots of different textures and things in there. It's very cool to see.
Alright, moving on to Stunt of the Week. And this one is a bit of a surprise. Check this out. Not the biggest crash, but look what Street Creeper is doing here. He backs up between the cameraman and the commentator. Look at the precision of that. Here it is again. Doesn't knock either one over. That is insane.
Wow, I don't know how he did that. He should have just ploughed through both of them.
Alright, that is it for this week. Thank you very much for watching. As always, we're working in association with redlinederby.com, the place to go for all of your diecast needs. Whether you got questions, whether you're wanting to post your track, your races, ask questions, whatever it is, jump over and have a look. And of course, remember to check out the Diecast Racing Report at diecastracing.com, another fantastic resource. Alright, that's enough for tonight. I'm Tom Spanners Watson, he's Frank the Guru Gibbs. We'll see you on Monday for the big Chevy Showdown and some big news.
You don't want to tell him now, do you, mate?
No, mate, let's save it for Monday.